Hi. So this is just to go over the yearbook advertisement project, just so that way you know what to do. So the first slide is just a how-to video. Please remember this is going to be sent to your note taker. So your note taker is going to open up this document, then they're going to go to share, and they're going to make sure that when they add people, they're adding them as an editor. So if I type in somebody's name, so I'm just gonna, if I were to add that person, you're gonna make sure you put the student's email, then you're going to make sure that it's editor. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to write on it. So the note taker is going to add everybody in their group to this document and then hit done. Once they've done that, then everybody will have access to this Google Slides. Obviously, if you're having trouble, make sure you let me know. So it's going to be assigned to the note taker. That note taker is going to be turning it in, but they're going to be sharing access so everyone has the ability to edit it. So what you're doing for this yearbook advertisement is you and your group are going to create 2 posters to advertise the yearbook. Your poster must include the following things. Creative advertisement picture. You can draw it, so draw it on paper and then insert the image. Or you can use Google Images. Creative slogan. So I did include examples on the following slides so you guys can see what other people have done. Yearbook info. So the box below, this one down here, this green one, it will need to be at the bottom of your advertisement. I have included slides with this already on it, so you don't have to worry about adding this part just because I've already added them for you. So just be aware of that. Your group will be, after you've turned this in this project, your group is going to do the same thing that we did in the Flipgrid, where you guys are going to create a video and then you're going to put the picture in your video on the side, and then you're going to basically advertise your yearbook that way. So this is going to come next week. I'll explain it then, but you guys are going to, that's how we're going to advertise the yearbook. You guys are creating a poster. You're going to have it on one side. You're going to video record explaining your poster, and then I'm going to be sending out that video to the different SSRs. And I'm going to send different ones, so everybody's poster will be sent out, so just be aware of that. That's why you guys have a presenter person. It's the person who's most comfortable in front of the camera. Because we're using those Flipgrid kind of things like that, if you don't feel like okay with it, there's way to hide your identity and things like that. But that is what we're going to be doing with these posters, because we won't be able to put them around the school. Okay. So this will be graded, it's worth 50 points, and this is the rubric it's going to be graded on. So it's going to be assigned to one group member, but that group member is going to share it to everyone else. And then you guys will, I will grade it on this rubric, and then you guys will be getting 50 points, however many points you get out from this rubric. Each person will get 50 points, and it's just going to be dependent on how you guys do on the project. Obviously, if somebody's not working in your group, let me know as soon as possible, because I just obviously don't want them to get the grade that you got. I don't want them included in getting points if they didn't do any work. So just be aware of that. I did include examples. So these ones, you can't really click on them because, well, you can't click on them because they are examples. So this one has the picture, it has a slogan. So because you never know who that kid next to you will become, and then it's got a picture of like famous people and their yearbook photos from middle school. And then it has like pre-order your yearbook, only $30. This is a example, so like ignore that part because that's not ours. And then it has the bottom portion that explains where to go for tree ring. This is another tree ring availability on your poster, so you can also include this part that explains, and it just looks a little different, but it's the same idea. And then so this is another example. They just did like a kind of meme kind of thing. These are all examples of different kinds of pictures. So some people did Disney ones. Somebody just did a very basic one. You got like memes. You got Kermit the Frog. This is just to give you guys an idea of what you guys can do. You're doing it digitally, so you guys have a little bit of like extra room. Obviously, if you want to draw, you can draw it on paper, take a picture of it, and then transfer it to the slides. Now, I included 4 slides because most people have like 4 people in their group. So you guys can choose to, each person makes their own poster, or you guys can create two together, because you guys have to have at least two. You can create two together. So it's really whatever you want to do. So if you, let's say you have a group 2, but you guys both want to do your own poster, then just know that you guys can do that. That's why there's 4 available. So you have 2 that have this little image right here, and then you have 2 that have this image right here. Now let's say like all 4 people in the group want to make their own poster. You can add another one of these. Like let's say there's not enough and you guys want to do this one. If you go up to here, you'll see that the blank ones are right here. So if you go to main point and title, you can add another one if for some reason you want to add it. And then after that, you just make sure that your note taker turns it in. And if your note taker for some reason cannot turn it in, make sure you let me know ASAP, so that way I can you guys can email it to me. Because if for some reason note taker can't turn it in, that's why you guys all have access, because then you can still turn it in to me because somebody can email it to me. But other than that, that's it. If you have any questions, just make sure you ask me a remind, or put in a Google private comment or email. But yeah, thanks for listening.